Now, in terms of Buddhist, I'm a Buddhist Vajrayana practitioner. Now, how does Buddhist now Buddhist practices? Any Buddhist practice you take, it actually takes you to practice bringing your ignorance to
Right,
wisdom.
and I could find a beautiful line that was written there, that you already are divine and you only
Hmm?
need to become conscious of it. So that touched me so much. Spirituality helps us take a pause, be mindful in that moment, to observe our thoughts and our body and our mind. So, in this episode, you'll see I had a wonderful conversation where I had that opportunity to sit down with the person who is deeply rooted in spirituality, Sunanda Dechen. So, Sunanda ma'am is a person who practices Buddhism. She supports people in healing through self awareness, and the methods are mostly drawn from Buddhist practices. But her methods and her techniques, which she has developed, are much more evolved for the contemporary modern world. And in this conversation, I got to learn a lot about the Paramitas, the access consciousness, which is a tool to reflect in ourselves. Then she also helped me understand about how the body processes works with a technique called as MTV, the molecular healing system. And though it might sound as a very serious topic to you right now, but trust me, we had a lot of fun and we explored grounding exercises. It just went with the flow. She helped me take a pause, ground myself, and a lot of beautiful journaling, self reflective prompts. So, this is really a light-hearted conversation. If you are someone who loves to explore spiritualism life, this is the episode which you would like to watch till the end. So, stay tuned. Let's welcome our guest for today, Sunanda ma'am. Welcome, Sunanda ma'am. Sunanda ma'am, thank you so much for joining and welcome to Sound Mind.
Thank you. It's so lovely to see youngsters like you interviewing. Maybe I may be the oldest interviewer. Thank you so much, my dear.
I went through your website and I could find a beautiful line that was written there, that you already are divine and you only
Hmm?
need to become conscious of it. So that touched me so much. So I would like you to, guide the audience through um, what actually it means to getting aware and conscious of our innate ability while we are facing day to day life challenges. So if you can elaborate on that particular statement.
Yeah. Yes. So you are already a divine, and you only need to have conscious about it. So to practically say it at this moment in time, it is the easiest one would be centering your heart. So I would like you to just take a pause and take, quick 3 breaths, as in just to freshen yourself, because we've been having our little challenges in internet here. So and three. So put your hands on your heart, close your eyes, and if you are already divine, what part of you can ask yourself, what part of me can I honor right now? Ask yourself, what part of me can I honor right now? It may be a gratitude to your body, it may be the kindness to yourself at this moment. Yes. And small acts of awareness can in daily bring this practice to yourself. It would bring in the divinity in you. You would recognize yourself. It's all inside you. You nicely wrapped it with your story.
That
Yeah.
was really wonderful. I really felt so good about myself. So I would really like to answer what was coming to my mind when you prompted me to think about what I am honoring about myself right now is that I am being able to have a conversation with you, have a discussion, thorough, elaborate understanding from you. So much, you having so much of experience with healing and meditation. I feel honored that this is a great opportunity and I am able to do that right now. So that's something which I really honor about myself right now and really grateful. So
Thank
yeah,
you, my dear.
yeah. So
Thank you. I am also honored to see kids like you. I am of use now. I feel honored too. Thank you, my dear. God bless you. Yeah.
so much,
Yes.
ma'am.
Next.
Was really a wonderful start and really a flawless beginning to our episode. And I really feel pumped up at the beginning itself. So I am really excited
Right.
now that. So you also have mentioned that you do practice journaling and spirituality is something which you bring and which is your uniqueness here, what I can see. So I would like you to uh, explain a little bit about how journaling is being introduced in the spiritual
Okay.
healing um, that you practice. Yeah.
Okay. So journaling basically is writing down. You find a quiet, private time for yourself, and it's your personal diary or a notebook, whichever you have. And it's basically you are healing yourself. You're like a secret book of your own. You're talking to yourself. So basically, what journaling is, journaling, you are the mirror. You're a mirror. Journaling is a mirror that shows it's a seed of healing. As you're writing, you're healing yourself. And since you put these seeds of healing simultaneously over the time, it transforms into something that like clarity and has a meaning. Because it's nice to relax and meditate. Okay, now let's reflect the day, but it does not sink in unless you sit down and write it down. So when you write down your healing points in a book, you're putting in some seeds there for yourself. So journaling becomes a mirror that shows not just wounds. It not shows only the wounds. It shows that you are planting a seed to be healed. And over time, journaling transforms. And it confuses, it removes confusion to clarity, and pain
Hmm.
becomes meaningful. Um,
Okay.
there's not you over the years as you get, you should learn from pain. Actually, I don't want you to elaborate that at your age, but welcome the pain. It is teaching you a lesson. Don't reject it. Every pain helps. It's for you to mature if you like to be evolved in the spiritual world. And as far as I can see, you in your age, in your era, you cannot separate. There's a very fine line between spiritual personality and spirituality. Very very fine line. Okay? So now this is what I talked about, the journaling part of it. Now in terms of Buddhist, I'm a Buddhist Vajrayana practitioner. Now, how does
Hmm.
Buddhist now Buddhist practices, any Buddhist practice you take, it actually takes you to practice bringing your ignorance to wisdom.
Hmm.
Or seeing your ignorance, that brings wisdom. Your ignorance also brings in wisdom. And there are various practices to it. But what when I teach in journaling, I put into the questionnaire of Vajrayana, because not everybody is into this, right? So maybe it could help you to reflect. It's very friendly meditation. It's not like really non-practitioners could do it, but at least it creates a discipline. It creates your mind calm. You receive unpleasant things very peacefully and calmly. It's part of life. I'm going to take it, but I'm not going to stop it because something is happening. So that kind of Buddhist practice helps you. to put wisdom to your ignorance. Okay.
Hmm.
And then we have so yeah so the combination of mine is with Buddhist practice, journaling, and access tools. Now access tool is very relaxing. It's very much more or less a modernized stuff where it creates a shift on your stuck point of view. It could be either verbally or it could be a body process. Verbally, as in access tools, there are some clearing statements and questionnaires. They go functional under questions, and we have a clearing statement. If that is not there, if we are physically in present, we do body process. So there are two to this very beautiful tool, access consciousness, and tools in terms of verbal clearing as well as body process. Both of them are there. And therefore, through meditation, I guide you to compassion and being present. What is your present right now? I always remind people about what is it now. So meditate through meditation. I bring in your presence and be compassionate at the moment, and then the access tools. It's an energetic clearing of every day that is happening. Everyday tools, energetic tools, right?
Okay.
Yes. Oh
Okay.
yeah, this is how I combine Buddhist and access tools as well as journaling, and I enjoy it.
So I was just thinking about it. I was just processing what you mentioned about, the access tools and how they are being merged with journalism. And yes, I find access tools being very modern way of being able to practice in the present movement, to induce, to enhance the present movement awareness. So I would love to hear more about how this verbal uh, processing, how this verbal tools work actually, if you
Okay.
can explain us with the help of examples. And is it something which can be practiced only under supervision of a person who has learnt it, or can we, or do we have resources around it online as well? So yeah.
As for let's say you're stuck somewhere emotionally right now, anyone can learn it, and it's not a. It's that we just the access tools closed, opens out the window in a closed room. What is happening here in your stuck emotions is that you're all stuck. There is no space. It's like imagine a room full of all your messy room, and there is no place to keep an extra chair. It's so messed up. Similarly, your mind is all messed up. You need the space to give clarity in the space. The mind has to be clear. So this access tool comes in. Now you're stuck, or you're stuck for some reason. Maybe you're sad. You're not finding out why you're sad, or somebody's criticizing you, and you're hooked on it. So you want to remove the garbage out here, the chattering mind or monkey mind. You want to remove it. How do we do it? We have to have this space. And now it comes where you create the space is through question, energetic question. As in, if you're a simple verbal tool will be, who does this belong to? Who does this belong to? Like I'm having a pain. I ate well. Sometimes we eat well, but we feel giddy, or we're feeling weak, or something happened. I ate well, I had fresh juice and I had fresh food, but who's this belong to? We do not know who we are catching up with. And it's just not one time you say it till you feel the shift of a thought. Like if you mention anything like, I'm going to be late, I'm going to be late, and you're worried about being late, but actually you're not late, we're perfect in time, but something is telling you you're going to be late. So who does this belong to? Who does this belong to? We love to cling on to the lie and to believe the lie. Are we late? We are very much on time, but then I may be late, but so therefore you have to open space. Who does this belong to? Who does this belong to? Having said that, repeated time, you get such a clarity and you welcome the ease that is coming in.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
hope
Hmm.
that is clear enough.
Yes,
It
yes,
gives you a little
absolutely.
lightness. It gives you
Right.
a little lightness. And if something nice happens or something bad happens, You have to say, how does this get any better? Believe me, I'm so shaken up. Oh, are we going to, the internet will happen? I say, who does this? How does it get any better? We are getting this happen, right? How does this get any better? How does it, when we say this, how does it get any better? It gets really better. And if something bad is happening, at the most, you will get another choice. So these question is very open minded. We are not locked up and stuck up in our conclusion that the society and elder people around you would have told you. No, there's always possibilities. There are always open. Are you open to it?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
You know. So I
Absolutely.
think, yeah, so this is the tool that helps you to breathe again, gives you space. Imagine your mind full of clutter. You want to wipe it out, no? Or your table full of clutter. You want to clean it. And now I got enough space to write or put a computer on, something like that.
So I could relate this to more of a philosophical questioning, which are being done. So a really wonderful idea of reflecting. And when you mentioned about, like, when we have those thoughts that, okay, I'm getting late, and when we question that, okay, why am I why am I thinking this? Like, from where it is coming, or who does this belong to? So I think it helps a person to look at it from a third person's perspective, like detached, like helps us to be to look at it from a detached
No,
perspective.
there is no ready-made answer, my dear. Who
Okay.
does this belong to? You have no idea. You and I have no idea. It could be, um, we just don't know. Be open to it and feel the relaxations. Uh, if you have put a question, who does this belong to? Or maybe my neighbor, maybe my mom was angry with me. No, you have no answer. Feel the energy of that question.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
Okay. Can you give me something, a situation that, um, any kind of situation as a spur of right now? Like, maybe I was just too nervous. I didn't know which table to sit in. I said, "Who does this belong to? I know this is going to happen." It's not me. I'm imagined. I can't say, "Oh, the somebody else is switching off the light. It must belong to them." It's not. So we tend to that. No, just go peacefully. You and I do not know the right answer. We have to energetically feel the answer. Hmm? Yeah.
Okay. 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 So yeah, really a deeper and powerful. This is really deep and powerful philosophy,
No,
and
it's
this
not
is
deep. It's as simple as it can get. It's you can we can talk on this as simple as it can get.
okay.
How are you feeling right now, if
I'm
I may
really,
ask?
yeah, yeah, definitely. So I'm
So,
really
how
feeling
does it get any better? I'm just putting on another question. How are you feeling? I'm feeling really good. So, how does this get any better? It could, I can bore you, or we can have a good time, right? So, how does this get any better? The very question, how does this get any better than this? How does this get any better than this? Than this? More. Let's have more excitement. Let's have more contribution of joy. Let it be more ease. Let it there be more than this. How does it get any better than this? Right? So yeah, it's very simple. Just putting question, open questions. Yeah. And open to receiving that energy. And if it is sad, it's making you heavy, it's not yours. You picked it up.
okay.
You're driving from home to office, and
Mm-hmm.
you're very happy to go to work, and then suddenly you lost your mood. Where did that happen? You picked it up while in traffic jam, some other people's energy. You picked it up. You see, but it's
Right.
not yours. You were out happy going to work, so it was your energy was to be happy, but you got stuck. You picked up someone else's energy, so it does not belong to you, right?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, but we can't identify. It may not be those guys. Okay, maybe somewhere else, some 1,000 miles, 10,000 miles away from you. But I'm just
Okay.
making for you to, what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is all making sense
Tool.
now. So now moving on towards the second part which you mentioned. in the access tools or the access consciousness was the body processing, if I have heard it right. So can you help me understand about this part of the practice, the body process? How does the
Body
access
process,
tools
body.
body process? So how does this tool help? So how is that? How does that work?
Yeah, we have to be in person. We need to get an appointment, and everywhere, any metropolitan cities, there are facilitators of access consciousness, which is there are 32 points on your head, and
Okay.
it normally takes an hour, and this 230 points relaxes all your stuck points, and they're all points of life. It could be sadness, happiness, it could be joy, money, you know, even sleep, gratitude, kindness. There are 32 points, all of points of life, points. And they it's gently pressed. There is no what is a solution, ointment or anything. Very gently, your 32 points are gently touched. It does affect, you do shift your perspective. At the worst case, you may get good sleep. And then another one that I do is called the MTVS, your entire body for 1.5 hours.
This was a new information. This was a new practice that you introduced to me right now. So I will definitely check out what access conscious. If I'm pronouncing it right, access consciousness. So definitely I'll check that
Access,
out.
access,
Access consciousness
consciousness.com.
dot com. Okay,
It's not,
sure.
it's a company, it's an organization, it's a modality, accessconsciousness.com. And
Okay, sure.
yeah, I'm just a facilitator for that with terms of healing. It's very energetic. That's why I like it very much.
So when you were mentioning about the Buddhist meditation practices, so I got a little bit more curious about that. So what actually, how is it different from just taking deep breaths? Is it similar to what we all know, or is there anything different? So maybe the guided, is it guided meditation, or how is it different?
It's mostly guided meditation.
Okay.
It's mostly guided meditation, um, and screening your own body. So therefore, even if you don't want to do any kind of healing, the guided meditation is healing your body itself, and also you're journaling it, and the act consciousness is also there, three in one. Yeah.
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
Access consciousness clearing statement, and if I'm not in person, you go to access consciousness and get a facilitator there to heal you, or rather get those processes done. Yeah.
So now moving towards, I have heard that you have recently conducted a retreat. So just wanted to know a little bit about that. So what was the what actually happens in the retreat programs?
Okay, I retreat. Yes, I do online retreat, and
Mm-hmm.
there are various which I have. The ones that I did last, which I'm going to put it into YouTube actually. So the last one was 21 days. Now the last one, 21 days retreat. It is we go online and you are reflecting to your past, which
Okay.
is your power. Your past is a gift. Your present
Hmm.
is your power, and your future is your light. So on that level, we have 7 days practicing about our past, what all we have learned, what all we have felt sad, and removing the blocks. And then we come to the present, because the present is powerful. From the
Hmm.
past
Hmm.
as a gift, your past is a gift, present is, you're going to empower yourself in the present, right? And then that is again a 7th day, and at the last is the future. And I give you worksheets, having given the worksheets, and whenever you're free, we meet once a week on the Zoom. Then I give you a little bit of my healing and all of that. I give you more of meditation and healing if it's possible online. Having said that, I have another session called I got a little more orderly, organized myself after I created my website. So there's another session we have for 6 hours, 2 days, 3 days, 3 days. It's called Paramita. Paramita is a relationship with yourself.
Okay,
It's a six
Paramita.
hour session. I divide it into 2 days, 3 hours and 3 hours. It's a relationship with yourself. The moment you're confident with yourself, you can interact with any kind of person, be it family, be it professional, or any other person. You need to know these principles. Then I am still creating a master class, signature class of mine. It's on the website. I'll be announcing that. Right now, I'm working for 1 hour with me and a one-on-one session.
So, I really am feeling excited about understanding more about the term that you mentioned about having understanding about ourselves, the paramita. How does it helps in getting more confident? Because I am sure a lot of people out there might be really curious to know about
You are
how
so
does this work?
confident
Yeah.
right now. Why you are so confident right now? How did you do that?
So,
So yeah. So what I'm going to do is six. There are six parameters. You would please get into the website. There are like honoring yourself, gratitude, patience, tolerance. Now this is the inner strength in you. You got to develop the inner muscle in you. The you have to develop the inner self in you to be an
hmm.
expression of yourself. Okay.
Okay.
Like
Okay,
we
sure.
dress up, you know how it is to dress up and be presentable for a show like yours. I hope I'm okay and presentable. Huh?
Absolutely.
So
Yes,
and
yes, you're
it's like
looking.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Okay,
that
okay.
so we are presentable, right? But we need to be much, much more stronger because emotions can take over and all kinds of so better be strong inside.
Right.
You're a champion outside. Like that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That is interesting, and
You have to find time for that, my dear. You have to promise yourself you're going to find time for that.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Sure. So I do believe in journaling a lot, and as a mental health practitioner, as a person from mental health background, as a psychologist, we do practice journaling
Oh,
ourselves,
nice.
and also I do that a lot with a lot of clients because that helps, as you mentioned. It starts with decluttering and then it slow and steadily moves towards understanding ourselves much better. And I do agree it and I couldn't agree more actually with whatever you have mentioned so far. So it was so inspiring, and it was really it really made me feel that okay, so there's a lot of energy and divine power that can help us in a lot of ways in our day-to-day lives, and it's not just going to a retreat session for one day or for a week, but it is something which we can practice day to day in our day to day lives as well. So, talking about that, I would love to, have a kind of activity or a guided journaling prompts if you can.
As of now,
Sure, sure.
journaling demo.
It will be great. It will be great.
Okay, just a few seconds. Just take a breath as usual. We take a breath for anything new, like just a freshness. Okay, and write one sentence, just one sentence, and that would be right now. What my heart wants me to know is dash 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 dash. Right now, what my heart needs to know is dash 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 dash. Now, Don't edit.
Okay.
Don't think. Just let it flow.
Okay.
Don't edit. Don't think. Let it flow.
Okay.
And this is a very simple prompt, and it's a doorway to your own self connection. Because journaling is something that you can quietly sit and do without self judgment. You don't have somebody else to judge you, right? So you can quietly sit in a corner and write, and without judging yourself, without hurting yourself, you're just writing, you know. So you're
Right.
bringing in clarity without judging yourself. That itself is a huge kindness to yourself. You've got to be kind to yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So,
that's one demo of journaling.
okay. What my heart wants right now. And that's, yeah. Okay. That's such a wonderful prompt, or such a wonderful way to begin if someone wants to start journaling. This was really refreshing, and this was it that I wanted to have a conversation about. If anything I might have missed and you wanted to add, so that our viewers could get benefit from it, so I would like you to um, talk about, if you want to add anything to the conversation,
You
since
are
we are.
already divine. You are already a divine. You just need to be conscious of it. If today's conversation can spark one small step of self reflection and or some kindness towards yourself, would be great. This conversation would be really, really helpful of our time together, and that is really worth it. And to meet a lovely person like you who's also contributing to this world.